Good day to everybody out there. This is See Thy Wealth, Water Your Health, drink a glass of water. And today's topic I want to talk about, first, if you guys could hit the like button, share the video and subscribe to the channel. And when you hit that like button, when you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit notification bell and hit all so you can get all of my YouTube videos. For those of y'all that voted out there, are you happy with the choice of the person that you voted for? I asked that question because every 4 years we are pushed to vote for a United States president. I don't know how often they want you to vote for your mayor, your local officials, your governor, your state senators, and all this other stuff. But they do have these opportunities every so often. Me personally, I've never voted. Number one, I used to get in trouble when I was younger. It's been about 16 years since I picked up a charge. Number two, I understand that the voting process is a little skewed, and if you're not putting any money behind someone that you're voting for, they really have no obligation to fulfill anything that you want to have done. What I mean by that is, let's just say Jeremy Smith. I was voting for Jeremy Smith, and I didn't fund and put no money in Jeremy Smith's pocket to get no agenda done. When it's time for me to when it's time for Jeremy to do something for me that he promised he was going to do before I voted for him, what obligation does he have to me? Now, on another note, let's just say every week I put a couple $1,000s in Jeremy's pocket, $4,000 or $5,000 in Jeremy's pocket. And I started to I started to fund his campaign. Now he feels some type of obligation because that money that he was receiving from me, $4,000 or $5,000 every 2 weeks, isn't nothing to sneeze at. I mean, it's not 4 or 5 million, but you understand where I'm going with this? So a lot of us, we get into this habit of wanting to vote for individuals. We don't put no money behind them, and we expect them to get things done for us. And when they don't get anything done for us, we want to point the finger at this one and that one. And, oh, he said he was going to do this, and he ran on this, and he's not doing anything that he said he was going to do. Because this is all about the money. It's all about putting money in someone's pockets. Voting is a good tactic to get the people distracted from the real agenda, which is the money. The money, the money, the money. Follow the money. Now, if you don't have to deal with the system like I don't have to deal with it, I live off grid in the jungles. If I didn't live off grid here in the jungle of Central America, I would live off grid in America. Somewhere in South Florida where the weather is very warm and I can grow coconuts all year round. Personally, I didn't have the vision when it came to how I was going to invest my money when I was looking in Florida back in 2020. So I didn't invest. I would have probably bought the 2 or 3 acres that I saw for $17,000 and just got the solar and everything hooked up because it wasn't in the electrical hookup, and it cost about $70,000 to $80,000 just to get the electrical hookup from the nearest point to where that property was, because it was really literally off the grid. There was no electrical around. There was no well. And even the well cost about 13 to 15 grand. Let's say about 11 to 12, I think, depending on how deep you want it to go. But nevertheless, the voting system is bull crap. You should be voting for you, your family, and whoever else believes in your vision. You should be putting your money, instead of putting your money into Jordans, Louis Vuitton, and Gucci, and all types of other things that don't bring any value. Put your money into some land. Put your money into some seeds so you can grow your own fruits, your own vegetables, so you don't have to go into no one store, so you don't have to visit any farmer's market, which farmer's markets are good, as long as the farmers are putting good organic matter on their crops as opposed to pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, and any other type chemicals that are going to get the bugs away. And if the bugs don't want the food, to be honest with you, I don't want the food. So farmers markets are good as long as you know the farmer is doing really good and have great quality farming techniques. This is why I follow the permaculture method, which is what I'm doing here. I live off grid. solar panels on my roof, well water out back. We have our rain catchment system that has our gutters on the side of the house, no mortgage at all, 2 cabins, over 100 fruit trees, but we're removing some mango trees because we have about 50 to 60 mango trees, but they're too clumped together. Maybe more than 50 to 60, to be honest with you. By the time we get finished cutting every other tree, we'll have half of that. So instead of 50 to 60, we'll have 25 to 50. 25 to 30. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of coconut waters, plenty of coconut trees. I'm sorry. You know, the garden, because you guys are watching this with me. You know what I'm saying? We are going to do a new garden with a whole new technique with raised beds. I wanted to do everything direct sow. But you have a lot of leaf cutter ants, you have a lot of fire ants, and you have a lot of other critters that just eat your food and eat your seeds. So I'm voting for the land. I'm voting for the sun to come out every day to provide me solar or hit my solar panels to provide voltage so I can have an electricity so my fan can run or my AC can continue to hit me with some good cool air on these hot, humid days. That's what I'm voting for. I'm voting for the creek to continue to flow that you can see behind me. You can't see it, but it's right behind me. There's also 6 coconut palms that are mature, that are growing, that are actually producing coconuts. I'm voting for Mother Nature. I'm not voting for man, Donald Trump. I'm not voting for Kamala Harris or Joe Biden or Barack Obama or Bush or whoever they put in an option for you to vote for. You have to start voting for your immediate family, the ones that want to participate in going off grid, or the ones that want to participate in self-sustainable farming, permaculture techniques, centropic farming techniques, sustainable living techniques. Those that want to put their money where their mouth is, instead of complaining about what this one didn't do, or about what this one did do, or that the government is shut down and the SNAP benefits have stopped coming through. Because all that voting stuff is a distraction. And it always forces you to choose and pick a side. It's like a football team. Are we going to donate to this football team every year by putting money into their pockets? By filling up their stands, buying their jerseys, going to the concession stands. You're putting money into the football team's pocket. It's the same thing when you go to vote for somebody. You might not be physically taking your money, but you're taking your energy, which is your currency. And what is money? A form of currency. And it's causing you to pick a team. We're not going to be Democrats, we're going to be Republicans. We're not going to be Republicans, we're going to be independent. We're not going to be independent, we're going to be this. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So I don't have nothing against none of y'all that vote, because that's the game you want to play. I don't have none of y'all that want to watch the Eagles or the Minnesota Vikings or none of those teams, because that's the games y'all want to play. I don't have nothing against y'all. I'm just telling y'all who I voted for. I voted for me. I voted for them San Juan trees, the Cohoon palms, the coconut palms, the mango palms, the sun, the moon, the stars, the ones that are helping my crops grow every day and night. That's who I'm voting for. I'm not voting for no man or no woman. They have their own interests at heart. They have their families to feed, to put through college, to pay for their newest car, to have the biggest house, or not even the biggest house, to pay for their house. But to be honest with you, for Joe Biden to be able to afford a $4 to $5 million house in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, on the beach, from a salary as a politician, when they make $100,000 to $150,000 a year. I've been in loan businesses before where you have to check debt to income ratio. There's no way a $150,000 salary can approve for a $4.5 million house. So we have to ask, what else was he doing under the table to qualify even to pay for these houses? And to also maintain a house up in Greensville, or what is that? There's another part of Delaware up north where the rich people stay. Hockessin. Y'all not looking and checking where the money is. All you're doing is getting caught up in the media to grab a hold of your emotions, to swing them this way and swing them that way, instead of actually looking at the game. A lot of us don't have time to look at the game. Why? Because we got to wake up at 5:30 in the morning so we can be to work by 6:30, 7 o'clock. That we don't have time to really pay attention, to study, to educate ourselves. We got kids, to get ready in the morning, to get ready to go to daycare and school. When we get finished with work, we don't have the energy to study. So we just go with the flow. We put our trust and faith into these politicians that we vote for, and we just let them do what they do. And when they don't do what they do or they supposed to do, then we're just screaming and we're hollering. And the next thing behind that is just the race game. They get you caught up in the race play. Some of these murders that they commit on these black innocent people with these cops, I believe some of it is a game. Some of it is fake. Just to get you up in arms. It has to seem so real. Put a foot on a nigga's neck for 9 minutes on TV. You can't even watch a dog get killed on Facebook, but they will allow you to watch a black man get killed by somebody on Instagram. Or they'll create all kinds of other things, like the guy that killed the guy up in New York, the healthcare guy from Minnesota, or the guy Charlie Kirk that just got murdered. It's a whole bunch of distractions that cats is really they're not focused. You're not focused. Well, you say, but see, how you know all this if you focus? Because I'm focused. I focused I've been home now for 16 years. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 13 years. I focused. That's why I was able to get here. Now, it's nothing wrong with taking a little time to keep up with what's going on in the world so we can understand what's going on, but we don't really have to when we're off grid and we're taking care of ourselves. But I'm on YouTube now, so I understand that I want to play the algorithm game just a little bit. Not that where I'm bashing nobody or demeaning nobody or coming at this one because I'm not going to talk about nobody's mother. I'm not going to disrespect nobody. If I have a difference of opinion than you, I will voice my opinion. But we get ready to play this algorithm game just a little bit, or maybe a lot of it. We're going to lean into the controversy. We're going to be expressive. Because we're going to build our platform and our brand and our media. Because this social media thing is here. So why am I not playing it? I don't go to work every day. I don't have anybody to work for. I answer to God, Mother Nature. I wake up in the morning, I have no one to attend to but my puppies. And they came here without my permission. I'm happy they found me because, I was tired of being here by myself without nothing to do. And, it is what it is. But we got to really get a hold of our life and our priorities and invest in some land and vote for the land. Go buy you some land. Put together 10 of your friends or your coworkers, whoever that you agree with, that y'all got the same political views. Because a lot of this shit, really, you have to agree with people on a lot of things in order for you to go into business with them together. Now, if you just making money and we over here and I'm over here, I don't need to agree with you on everything to make money with you. But if we're going to be on the same piece of land, I might want to agree with you on a lot of things. So put together 7 to 10 of the people that you are closest with, and y'all put y'all money together. $5,000 a piece. 7 of y'all, that's 35 grand. You can go and get you some land. Mississippi, Texas, Georgia. I'm using southern states because the weather's a lot better year round, even though it does get cold in some of these locales. It's not like it is up in North Dakota and Chicago. So that way you can grow your own food damn near all year round. Now, if you're going to pick those states, just make sure you have enough money to have you some greenhouses and invest in the infrastructure so you can keep your food growing all year round. But anyway, man, I think y'all have heard enough from me. I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I voted for my land. I voted to put my dollars into my property. That's why your vote really matters out here and where you put your energy at. It's not about just voting for Donald Trump, or he won, so it's not about voting for Donald Trump. It's about making sure that you are able to sustain yourself no matter what goes on around you. Be able to help your neighbor. My neighbor is a farmer. He has plantain, he has coconuts, bananas, and whatever else he has over there. You got a farm across the street. The land next to me is vacant. So we just want to make sure that we are able to take care of self. But anyway, look, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Hitting the like button doesn't cost you anything. I'd rather for you to like the video. You ain't even got to hit the like button. But anyway, this is See Thy Wealth. Water your health. Drink a glass of water.